Good evening, race fans, and welcome to Kansas Speedway. I'm Kendall Kerr, and I've got Tyler Snyder alongside me here tonight. We've got Development Series action. In fact, it's the very first race that Premier Series drivers are not going to be allowed to run. I expect a great one tonight. What do you think, Tyler?
Yeah, this will be fun to watch these development guys go at it tonight. Big opportunity for a lot of these guys to get a stronger finish with no premier guys in this race. So a lot of guys are going to have to take advantage of this opportunity they get tonight, and it'll be fun to watch who can step their game up tonight.
Yeah, the SP Designs 100 tonight. We appreciate SP Designs for being a premier partner of this league for multiple seasons now. In fact, as we go here to the studio, I'm actually wearing an SP Design shirt as we speak, Asheville Motor Speedway shirt. So this guy's
T-shirt.
That's all right. We got to get you hooked up. But yeah. What are some of the keys to the race, Tyler, that you want to take away when you think about Kansas Speedway?
Well, like we mentioned, definitely no premier guys. That's going to be big. This is actually a relatively short race, only 100 miles, 66 laps. And I believe these guys were saying they get anywhere around 30 laps on a tank of fuel. So it'll be interesting to see some strategy. I think we'll definitely have some interesting strategy tonight. See where these guys kind of go with fuel. And, as always, 1.5-mile tracks, you're going to have to save your tires for sure, save your race car. Make sure you're there at the end, and keep it out of the wall, because in these race cars, if you put that thing in the wall, it's not coming off. So
That's very true. We've seen the ARCA car stick to the wall plenty of times already this season. Another thing about Kansas Speedway, you think about the progressive banking. You can run the bottom, you can run the middle, and you can run the top if you dare. I know when we made a few laps in this ARCA car, it seemed like the middle lane seemed to be the fastest. Who knows, as they start laying rubber down, and like you mentioned on the fuel strategy, you know, I heard some guys saying it's going to be right around 32 laps, so if they can save one lap and this thing goes green, you might could make it on just one stop. And I really expect this race to see a lot of green flag action. There's going to be a little bit smaller count of cars in the field. Some new guys that we hadn't seen yet this season, but I really expect to see a lot of green flag racing tonight.
Yeah, same here. It's a wide racetrack, mile and a half. I expect us to get a little spread out, and we'll see who saves their tires the best in this long run. We got a lot of good names up here at the top. Austin Bloom, as of right now, looks like he's going to be on pole. We got J.J. Hills up there. He's ran very solid. Ty Smith is a good driver. Dylan Poteet, Dylan Wedgwood, Justin, Scott McCarris. Will Reichert actually ran very well last week. Looks like he's going to qualify around the 10th spot, so he's got some work to do, but we got definitely some great drivers in here tonight that I think can give us some good green flag runs.
Yeah, we hadn't seen much of J.J. Hill this season. He was extremely fast at the tail end of last season's development series. And a name I don't know if you're very familiar with, Tyler, is Austin Bloom. He used to race with us back when the Premier Series was the ARCA Series, and into actually, I think, Season 8 with the Xfinity cars, but hadn't seen him in a while. He's always a good qualifier, so he's no surprise at all to me to see him at the top of the board right now.
Yeah, he was almost a whole 2/10 faster than the second place car in J.J. Hill, so put down a good lap. He's gonna have to stay out there for a little bit and see if he can save his tires. But man, if he can run like that, he's in good shape for tonight.
Well, I tell you what, we've got just a little bit of time here. We're getting ready to grid them up. Let's cue the grid music here. All right, on row number 1, it's going to be Austin Bloom with J.J. Hill starting right next to him. Row number 2, it's going to be Ty Smith and Dylan Poteet. Row 3 is going to have Justin Malarkey in the 73 car alongside Dylan Wedgwood. Row 4 is going to feature Trevor Hook in the Sobe car. And to his outside in 8th is going to be Scott McCarris in the 65 car. Starting 9th tonight is going to be the 7 car of Cody T. Robinson, and 10th is going to be our points leader, Will Reichert. Starting 11th, always fast in that 29 car, is Brad Kress, and to his outside in the 82 car is going to be Chance Duckworth. Roberto Ramirez had a strong run last week, foiled at the end, but I imagine Roberto's going to see his 32 car towards the front at some point in today's race as well. He starts 13th. He's got Matt Owens beside him. 15th is going to be the 38 car of Dalton Beer. And his outside is Jonathan Noss. 17th, Jacob Holm. 18th is going to be Steve Rada. 19th, Daniel Clark. 20th is going to be Jacob Benke in the 51 car. 21st, Michael Maruga in the 23. 22nd is John Peterson. And 23rd, rounding out the field, Jordan Martin in the 02 car.
Well, here we go, Kendall. We're coming around turns 3 and 4 to take the green flag. I'm excited for this race. It should be fun to see if anybody can keep up with this 88 car.
Yeah, I look for Austin be really, really quick here off the bat. And keep an eye on that 18 car of Ty Smith as the pace car is already pulling off.
There we go, green flag's out. Austin gets a nice jump there, so does Ty Smith. Looks like he's going to try and clear J.J. Hill as we get into turn 1. As we know, it's hard to get a good start from second. And Ty looks like he's going to go into turn 1 and clear himself up to J.J. Hill.
Couldn't have asked for a better start there for Ty Smith in the 18 as he does get in front of J.J. Hill, and not far behind him is Malarkey in the 73 car.
Just a textbook start there from Austin. Looks like everybody's kind of singling filing out here, trying to play it smart, save some tires, maybe already trying to save some gas, trying to make this on one stop.
And a little further back, we've got 3 wide action. It looked like Scott McCarris wisely backed out of that one, as we saw the 7 car was to maybe the outside there, and some guys really trying to go towards the front here in a hurry at the beginning of this one.
Yeah, it looks like Scott's either struggling or trying to save his stuff, as his teammate Chance Duckworth is going to look to the inside of him. He's going to get clear. Now the 38 of Dalton Beers trying to get to the inside of him. Scott's stuck in that outside lane, which I don't think it's going to quite come in yet. I think he's going to have to wait a little bit. The bottom right now seems to be the fast way around. That's where everybody looks like they're searching for that white line at the moment.
Don't know if the nighttime is going to have any effect on the line here, but the last time this series rolled into Kansas, we were ripping the top. The top was the preferred lane. Of course, iRacing has changed some setups since then. I know me and you had driven the Xfinity car. It drives a little bit different than this one, but it seemed like you could kind of use all 3 lanes to your advantage once you wore the tires in a little bit.
Yeah, those Xfinity cars, when we ran here, everybody was up on the fence. It was hard to get around anybody, but looks like, from what I'm watching, looks like in 1 and 2, these guys are hooking the white line, and in 3 and 4, they might be sneaking up the track just a little bit, kind of riding that seam up there or the middle lane. See, like J.J. Hill's running the middle. Looks like Dylan Poteet is pretty high up there, and so is, I believe, Justin Malarkey in the 73.
And meanwhile, back up front, it's still all Austin Bloom. He's got half a second lead right now over Ty Smith, and J.J. Hill still running in 3rd spot. So nothing changed up front just yet.
Yeah, Bloom is, looks like he's keeping a decent gap to the guys behind him. I'm going to be interested in seeing about 10 laps where his tires are at. Is he saving right now, or is he pushing his car hard to try and build up a lead?
Yeah, we'll certainly find out. It seems like everybody really did a nice job getting through that start. And a little bit further back, Scott McCarris right in the thick of it again. He's side by side with Dalton Beer, and a little further ahead of him, we've got Steve Rada with a great run off of turn 2 there, trying to figure out what to do with it as he closes to the back of Chance Duckworth and Roberto Ramirez.
Yeah, this battle, I believe, is for the 11th position as Chance is looking to the inside of Roberto. He's going to, well, they're going to stay even. That outside, Roberto gets a good run out there. Steve looking in the middle, but he's got nowhere to go right now. Those guys are side by side in front of him.
We're on board with Steve Rada as we speak, and just like you mentioned, these guys get to racing in front of you. You don't want to be that guy that forces it 3 wide, but with such a short race, you got to get going.
Yeah, but you got to be aggressive here. You don't want to be that guy on lap 7, but you know, you might just have to be that guy on lap 7 here. Scott McCarris, these two being side by side is going to stack these guys up behind them.
I'll say big gaggle of cars.
Yeah, if somebody doesn't make a move here soon, they're all going to be trying to run each other over here for the spot. It looks like Roberto's going to try and get a run on the outside there. Steve peeking 3 wide, but doesn't quite have the run.
And it's still Austin Bloom up front. He's got about a 0.5 of a second advantage over Ty Smith. So this is definitely where the action is on the track right now, with Chance Duckworth, Roberto Ramirez, Steve Rada, Scott McCarris, and now Jonathan Noss trying to join the party.
Yeah, you know Steve is getting very impatient sitting right there in that spot right behind those guys. And can't blame him. These guys are holding him up for sure, being side by side like that. Looks like Chance might finally get clear. Steve is going to try and follow him to the bottom of Roberto Ramirez.
He does, and there Chance Duckworth shuts the door on Steve Rada. Steve, of course, had a fantastic start to the season and even got a ton of points at Daytona in the Premier Series. So that 3-car's been strong in both the ARCA Series and the Xfinity Series. Definitely will be one to watch and keep your eye on.
Yeah, he got by Roberto. Now he's searching on Chance. He looks like he's doing a little bit of a diamond in the corner. If you see that there, he drives it in real hard and almost slides up a little in the middle of the track and cuts it back down, almost like looking like he's at a short track.
Meanwhile, back up front, Ty Smith is actually starting to reel in Austin Bloom. Before they thread through 3 and 4 there, he had it closed into just 0.3 of a second. And look who's into third, Dylan Poteet in the 0-1.
Dylan is a great driver. Dylan is very good at saving his tires, so I won't be surprised if you see him getting close here in the closing coming laps.
Yeah, he's about 2.3 seconds behind the leader, Austin Bloom, right now, as he was able to get around J.J. Hill in the 39, as well as Justin Malarkey in the 73 car. And don't look now, a little further behind them, Brad Kress in the 29 car. Can't forget about him. Always fast in that Dodge car.
Yeah, Brad, these guys are all going to be sneaking up as that lap it looks like Austin was about a 10th quicker than Ty. Ty's going to be searching. Looks like as he's getting closer, maybe that air is going to affect him a little bit. So Ty's going to have to search around the racetrack a little bit, try and find some speed.
Yeah, we got 4 cars lined up nose to tail right here with Brad Kress. Since Brad Kress, Dylan Wedgwood, and a little further behind him, Will Reichert trying to make a move on Trevor Hook.
Yeah, Will, the points leader, he wants to retain that, so he's trying to get back through this field. He probably didn't qualify exactly where he wanted it to. He moves into, I believe, the 8th position. He, trying to gain some spots here on this long run. So it looks like J.J. Hill continues to fall backwards as I think that's Kevin Malarkey is going to get to his inside and clear himself up. No.
Oh, not quite clear. Fighting hard on the outside.
Yeah. JJ does not want to give that spot up.
One of the best battles on the racetrack as we see the 39 go high, the 73 low. Watch the run that J.J. Hill and that NOS energy drink's going to get off this corner. He had to check up. He checked up.
Oh, yeah, he let out of it. Probably a wise move here. 14 laps into the race.
I'm going to go back to Steve Rada and see what's going on back here. It looks like he was able to clear a couple of those guys, so maybe it's Chance, right around Chance Duckworth. In fact, Jonathan Noss right now is the one on the move. He's got around a lot of these guys in the 44 car there, and he's working on Roberto Ramirez.
Yeah, Jonathan, I believe he's a dirt track racer, so one of these slick, worn-out racetracks like Kansas should play into his hand. So
a lot of throttle control on exit, especially in these ARCA cars.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, back up front, look, Ty Smith is there. I just noticed it in the timing and scoring that he was only 1/10 behind Austin Bloom. So we're 16 laps into this race, and all of a sudden the 18 car is reeling in Austin.
Yeah, here it is. Looks like Ty Smith was able to save his stuff a little bit better than Austin. You know, his team owner and good friend Curtis Granger, that's what he's known for in the Premier Series, is saving his stuff. So I wonder if him and Ty got to work together.
They got a new paint scheme out there, of course, representing the Bucky Burt show, as always, in that 18 car. But they, Dylan Body painted this and actually designed it after one of the Audi LMS cars sent it over to me. That thing looks great. As we see Ty now looking to the inside of Austin Bloom, and they're side by side through 1 and 2.
Ty hooks that white line really good. He's gonna have to slide up a little bit more on the exit. I think he's given a little too much room there to the outside. If he's gonna want to have a chance at this lead, he's gonna have to push it a little harder there on the inside, I believe.
Yeah, he was awful generous there to Austin Bloom in the 88 car. The 18 clearly faster than him, able to run him down from 0.6 back.
That outside though, I think it's starting to get worked in a little bit. You know, we see some guys throughout the field look like they're moving to the outside, making passes out there.
Boy, Austin Bloom got through 1 and 2 really well that time. As we see the 73 of Justin Malarkey's now up to third. Maybe he was in heavy save mode, and he's actually reeled in the top 2 to 1.4 seconds right now.
Yeah, I noticed that. I was just about to say, if these guys keep racing like this, they're going to, just like we saw earlier with that group of Steve Rada and Scott McCarris and Chance Duckworth, these guys keep racing like this. Justin Malarkey, Dylan Poteet, J.J. Hill, Brad Kress, those guys are going to slowly creep into the picture.
And Ty Smith making another run right now at Austin Bloom. I'm with you. He just needs to take that 18 car and let it exit itself off, come up towards the door of the 88 a little bit more, and he'll definitely clear him. But this side-by-side battling is just exactly what the 73 car wants to see, is he's closed in for within 1 second of the 2 leaders.
Yeah, Ty's a super nice guy. He doesn't want to wreck anybody, but he's got to be a little bit more aggressive here.
And we're on board right now with Justin Malarkey. This is what he sees, as he's now reeled it into almost a half second.
Yeah, this side-by-side is just going to keep letting him reel him in slowly but surely.
And Ty Smith needs to take the 18 car, and he needs to make sure he gets a lap led here. I mean, he's running full-time in the development series, and he's definitely a contender for the title. He needs to get up there and get that bonus point.
Looks like that top is starting to work itself in a little bit, as 88 has pulled himself back away from Ty Smith.
And look how close the 73 is now.
Yeah, he's getting close to Ty. Ty moved up about a half a lane right there to the middle. Looks like it worked. Got a decent run down the backstretch right there. He's going to try it again down on the middle. Gets himself some clean air. It's a little bit shorter route. He gets a good run, but so does the 73.
Yeah, I don't know that Ty was really using up some of his stuff to try and get around the 88 there, and now Justin Malarkey might be in the best spot of all 3 of these guys.
Yeah, I think he burned his right front up a little bit there, especially not letting go of the wheel completely, letting it go all the way up as far up the track as you could. That's going to burn your right front up. So looks like he's going to be might struggle a little bit here. The 73 car has thrown his name into this hat for the race for the lead. He's going to look to the inside of Ty Smith. He's probably going to clear him here off the 2.
And I had a feeling we were going to see a lot of green flag action here tonight. This is a wide track that allows you a lot of different lanes to use, and I figured it would be a little bit smaller of a field, which I told Curtis Granger earlier today. I said my guess between 19 and 23 cars, so I think we were right at 23, which is great. I'd rather be on the top end of that. So we see how the 73 did get around Ty Smith, and I wouldn't be surprised if he's our leader here in the next couple of laps.
Yeah, like you said earlier on in the broadcast, that middle lane is definitely the preferred lane, and looks like that's where he's running. Get some radio chatter that the 39 car is going to be pitting this time. Seems like it's a little early, personally, but he might have a strategy in his head.
Yeah, maybe they can't go the distance, and he's trying to split it up to kind of pull like the Southern 500 strategy we see in NASCAR all the time, where more pit stops to allow for fresh tires to make up for the time spent on pit road, if that makes sense.
Yeah, looks like he gets into pit road with no issues. Be interesting to see where he cycles out. I believe he actually has a crew chief with him, so they obviously saw something and gonna go with it.
Meanwhile, got to give a call to Austin Bloom. Has led every single lap thus far in the 88 car there. He's been on quite of a hiatus as we see him coming down pit road this time.
Oh,
and he's bringing the... Oh, and somebody is upside down!
Oh, no. This is going to be perfect, though, for Austin, Justin, and Ty Smith. This is exactly what they wanted. J.J. Hill as well. It's going to work out really well for him.
That was Dylan Wedgwood as here's the crash. My goodness, what a hit.
Oh, no. Dylan's got some bad luck this season.
And we've got our first body shop caution of this race. And I'll see if I can get you a better replay here. Hold on one second. All right, folks, so here's a better replay. It looks like the 84 was checking up to pit, and he was about to plow him, and at the last minute he veered to the right. And it was either plow the 84 or do exactly what you see on screen there, and unfortunately that didn't work out for any of them. And there's going to be quite a few guys that really benefit from that timing of that caution, but there's also going to be some guys that, like that 84 car that he was just avoiding, probably got a black flag for having the caution come out and not quite being at the entrance of pit road there.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough break for some of those guys. I feel bad for Dylan. He's just had a string of bad luck. Not much he could do right there. He didn't know the 84 was pitting, and
So we see
he did.
everybody on pit road now. I think that had left the field in the hands of the 29 car, Brad Kress. We saw the 88 peel off pit road, and almost everybody in the top 5 follow him. And it seemed like maybe Dylan got caught kind of half wanting to go, half not. And you can't ever be stuck in that position when you're in a race car, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's a tough break.
And somebody
So
that gained a lot of positions through these pits was Will Riker in the 67. He was really aggressive down pit road, and it definitely paid off. He come out outside Brad Kress there.
yeah, he was the second car out on the track off of pit road there. So I'm going to look here at JJ Hill. Did he end up a lap down, or did he end up staying on the lead lap?
We'll find out after the pace car crosses the line this time, I think. Let's see if we can bring Ty Smith into the booth. I didn't see Austin Bloom in the Discord, so try and move Ty in here. You want to interview him?
Yeah, I can take.
All right, here he is.
Ty Smith, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
All right, man. You looked like you were running the leader down there for a second. Looks like you almost couldn't quite get by him, but that caution came at a perfect time for you guys. How's your race car feeling so far?
Actually, I'm getting a drop to the end here, so it didn't really help me out too much.
Oh,
But
no.
yeah, car feels really good. Really, like I said, I was running Austin down. I just couldn't quite get by him and ended up losing second. But now we just got to be smart and try to make our way through the field here.
So you guys, it looks like the guys in front of you, are they gonna be? I think they're gonna be fine. So you must have just not quite got to pit road in time.
Yeah, I think just wrong timing.
That's a tough break, man.
Yeah.
Well, you were really fast. You'll have a good shot to get back up here to the front. We'll have fun watching you for sure get back up here.
Ty, what's the fuel mileage like? We had heard from Bossy and a couple of those other guys in the practice it was 32 laps, but we saw everyone pitting there on lap 24. Is it a lot less than 32?
We were trying to split it. It's probably 31, 32, but we were just trying to we were pitting early there to get in a window. But yeah, it's around. I assume it's around 31, 32.
Okay. Well, good luck, Ty. I hate that happened to you there. You had the 18 car looking really sporty, and I know at this point you're kind of hoping for some wrecks and to be able to avoid them and get your track position back because you'll definitely have a shot at it if you can get back up there.
Yeah, we're gonna try like hell. So,
all right.
try to get back up there.
That's Ty Smith, driver of the number 18 Bucky Burt Show car for Granger Racing. Unfortunate we heard him there. He was actually probably the very first car that didn't make it down the pit lane and got the black flag.
JJ Hill as well. He wasn't quite back on the lead lap. He probably wanted about one more lap on that run. He probably would have been there. So he will also have to come from the back. Those two guys are fast, though. Ty and JJ, they'll be a lot of fun to watch coming front to back. So Austin Bloom and looks like the 73. Those two guys were able to make it out alive. And then you got Brad Kress and Will Riker. Those guys battled it out for a long time at Nashville. They are sitting on the second row right now. These guys are also good drivers. It'll be fun to watch them try and take the lead as the pace car's off.
Pace car's off, and don't look now. Speaking of surprises, we have Dylan Body in the booth.
Hey.
Yeah, surprise I'm here, guys. Some issues getting up here on time tonight, but I figured I'd come up and give my input for the end. I don't know what I've missed. You guys might have to fill me in a little bit as we go, but I can see we're already halfway. It doesn't seem like we've had any cautions.
Just had the one caution there is kind of cycling through the pit cycles for the first pit lane. Dylan Wedgwood looked like maybe a little bit indecisive on whether to come or not and ended up fencing it and bringing out the caution right in the middle of the pit strategy. So Austin Bloom in the 88 car, though, has led every green flag lap and continues to do so. We saw the 73 car, Justin Malarkey, kind of start running him down at the end of that tire run, so might want to be a little bit more aggressive, but he did do a great job of saving his stuff.
So Will Riker moves into third place gets by Brad Kress looks like he's going to be under fire from Roberto now, as Will tries to take second from Justin.
And a little further back, Steve Rada driving underneath Trevor Hook in the 84 car, puts Steve Rada up another position.
From my view, it actually looked like Trevor Hook had a little bit of rear end damage. Looks like Dylan did end up getting into the back of him.
I was going to second that, Tyler. Definitely his back end's pretty crunched up on my screen. I'm wondering if maybe that's affecting his ability to get down the straights at full speed here.
As Will Reichert is able to get the run down there on the bottom side, put Will Reichert into the number 2 spot for the time being, and he started way back, I believe, in maybe 12th spot tonight, so great job working his way through the field, now up to second.
Yeah, that's our points leader right there. Will must have had some trouble qualifying. He's done a great job of driving his way through this field. He's going to try and chase down our leader, Austin Bloom, now.
And don't look now, the 29 car, Brad Kress, now has his track position. He's there in the 4th spot in the 29 car.
If you go back and look at our guys that had some unfortunate luck on that pit stop, J.J. Hill and Ty Smith, they just moved into, I believe, 16th and 17th respectively. Those guys are going to be on a mission right now. You know, they're not very happy with the timing of that caution, so they're making some progress.
Yeah, nose to tail, those guys are. J.J. Hill, Ty Smith, both very fast at the opening part of this race. J.J. running about 4th at the time of that caution, and Ty Smith had just been passed for 2nd, back to 3rd there.
Ty gets a good run. Right up to his bumper. These guys are going to try and follow each other.
I know, they don't need to really battle with each other. As we see Ty Smith drive it hard down there to the inside.
He's going to clear himself. I don't think these
Oh,
tires...
we got a caution.
Oh, we do.
Like
It
I'm having a
looks
Scott
like-
McCarron there.
Oh, Scott McCarris was having a great run, too.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there. He was definitely running solid there. It looked like he was in a nice spot. Yeah, it looks like got the wall off the exit of 4 and got caught up with the 38.
Yeah, so the body shop caution out once again. Here's the replay of it. You'll see him running. He's there between Dylan Poteet and the 01 and the 38 there of Dalton Beer. Let's take a look and see what happens to Scott. Oh, just running a little bit high. Turn 4 walls, really easy to do here at Kansas. And unfortunately, that looks like it might be terminal.
Is that 2 for 2 on cars going upside down tonight, guys?
It is in turn 4.
He was tucked up pretty tight behind the 01 car of Dylan Poteet. I think he looks like he might have got a little air tight there.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, Tyler. It looked like it just all of a sudden on the exit there at the last moment, the car just stopped turning for him.
So these guys should be pitting because they can make it the rest of the way.
Yeah,
so,
that should put us, by the time we go green, it should put you in that window of being able to make it right up to the end. No problem, even if we have the overtime attempts.
Yep, here we go. Oh, we got 1 car. It looks like it's staying out there. No, 2. Roberto stays out as well.
well, if those guys that stayed out can get a string of yellows, that's going to be the right call. But if we have a long green flag run, I imagine these guys will eat them up, and those guys will probably have to pit as well that stayed out.
Yeah, how many sets of tires did they get, Kendall?
2 sets of tires in this series.
Oh, so this will be their last set right here.
So that's probably part of the decision making, with Roberto.
Yeah, Roberto looks like somebody stayed out in front of him. I think they were staying to get a lap back. Is behind him, I believe it's Austin Bloom. Oh,
I think Steve Rada maybe just took gas only. So we saw him come in, and he was the first one out. I think Steve might have taken gas only.
You know, that's something I think I'd be willing to do here. What we have, like 4 or 5 laps maybe at full speed on these tires. The gap isn't that bad yet. I mean, there's only 30 laps, less than 30 laps to go. I feel like it's a worthwhile risk.
That's not a bad call, honestly. Steve will get some track position. He should be up to like the 2nd spot.
And yeah, track position seems to be part of the battle here too, because I noticed when I first joined in, Poteet was farther up, and after the restart, he was a little bit farther back in traffic, and he wasn't having any luck back there. So it seems like.
Well, let's ask him. Let's bring Steve up here and ask him real quick. You want to take him, Dylan?
Yeah, we'll go ahead and talk to Steve.
There he is.
Steve, it's Dylan. You got me, buddy?
Hey, what's up?
Oh, what's going on, man? We're just wondering here. Did you take gas only there, bud?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, so I'm kind of thinking, as if I were in this race, I think that's a smart move, man. You can definitely hang with these guys if you have the track position, and I think it's gonna be interesting. I'm glad you did that, man. You give us something to talk about here, and I really like the call. I just wanted to make sure that we were on the same page with you, and that was kind of what your thought process was.
Yeah, right now with it, we only had 10 laps on that run. It's not worth changing out tires right away. Let the other drivers wear out their tires quickly and save mine for the rest.
Yeah, and only two sets of tires. If anything happens now towards the end, you're gonna have an ace in the hole.
Yeah, right now we only got. I know for myself, I got 2 sets left. They got 1 set left, and we still got pit for people.
Ooh, that's an interesting development. We thought you guys would be good for fuel on that.
Nope.
Ooh, well, that throws a wrench into our whole plan here, Kendall.
Yeah, I thought it was 32 laps. You guys would be good, but that'll make things interesting here. Well, Steve, keep the wheel straight. We've seen you've been working your way towards the front, making some good moves in that 3 car. Good luck the rest of the way, and maybe we'll be talking to you here at the end, buddy.
All right, thank you.
All right, that's Steve Rada, driver of the number 3 car. Of course, he races for SP Motorsports.
Yeah, his sponsor there is something you may not be familiar with. It's KOG Evolution. They are a company. KOG stands for Keep Off Ground. So what they specialize in is innovative solutions for disposing of your pets' waste when you're out in public, so you don't get fined and you can do it effectively without making a mess. So shout out to them, just so everybody knows what the company is and what they do.
Yeah, we appreciate having any real sponsors involved in this league. We got quite a few of them. We got great partners, and we certainly would be remiss if we wouldn't mention that tonight's race is sponsored by SP Designs. It's the SP Designs 100, of course, the very first race featuring all Development Series drivers. So we knew they'd put on a great show, and they are so far.
So if you look back in the back half of the top 10, it looks like J.J. Hill got some track position there, and Ty Smith, for whatever reason, followed back to 21st spot. So JJ's put himself back in this race as the pace car is getting ready to pull off. Roberto is going to lead him down to the green.
The other guy there to his outside, the 51 car, Jacob Benke, as the pace car pulls off. We've seen Roberto pull a lot of strategy this season for his favor, and even dating back to last season where he almost won that fuel strategy race to close out the season as he gets a great launch to take the green flag.
I believe that 44 car looks like he's got some nose damage. It'll be interesting to see if he can hang on here on older tires with that damage.
Oh, and he caught the apron.
Will Reichert sneak to his outside. Steve Rada puts himself into the 2nd spot.
A lot of cars in one big group right there.
Yeah, he got back to, looks like the 88 cars cleared himself. Now you're going to have the 73 side by side with the 51. Those old tires.
Whoa!
Real close there on the front stretch.
They were 4 wide at one point, but they're able to survive it through there as Brad Kress almost got hit by the 44 of Jonathan Noss. And another thing that's interesting is the 67 of Will Reichert has gotten in front of Austin Bloom in the 88. They're on the same tire strategy and have probably been 2 of the fastest cars on the track all night.
Austin had the hung down on the bottom there behind that 44, played it a little safe on the restart, it looked like, to make sure that he wasn't going to run him over if he was slow on the restart there. And Will was on the outside and took advantage of that, so now it's going to be interesting to see if the 88 can run him back down.
If you look back to the lead, Steve Rada is reeling in our leader.
Yeah, he is. He's
had a great start, but Steve is really closing.
He was 0.5 of a second the last lap. Looks like he's got it back down to 3 to 2 tenths here.
And you know Steve's going to want to try and get around Roberto pretty quick to be ahead of that 67 behind him and grab that bonus point for leading the lap.
Yeah, he's got those 2 guys on new tires coming behind him. He wants to get by Roberto as quick as he can right here.
And do it without burning up his tires, because, you know, they are a little bit more worn than what some of these other guys have. And he wants to get out there and try and gain as much as he can before the tire wear really starts to be a difference.
Yeah, that's a good point.
For whatever reason, Kansas does not have too many cameras to select from. I've been trying to stick in TV2 because it's the widest view, so I apologize for the lack of variety from the producing standpoint, but I don't want to be focused in on one car the whole time. It's still Roberto Ramirez leading the field, just 23 laps to go. As we have heard from our drivers, everyone's still got to hit pit road at least one more time.
Steve looks like he's going to get a decent run down there on the bottom. He's starting to see something he likes in his rear view mirrors, the 67 and the 88 car side by side. That is exactly what Steve wants to see. Wants to see those
Steve
guys
gets a
racing.
great run through 3 and 4. He's going to get under coming off the corner.
Yeah, he's underneath Roberto. It's going to be close at the line, but Roberto still leads that lap. We saw Steve's kind of been able to drive maybe a half a car length lower than Roberto, but it's going to be tough to pass Roberto this time by, as Roberto's going to get a great launch off the high side of that progressive bank turn.
And turn 1 is really hard here to compete with that outside run.
Steve didn't quite slide up. We haven't seen a lot of these guys on the bottom tonight. They haven't quite slid up as much as they can. Steve gets another run down there in the bottom of 3 and 4. He's definitely stronger in 3 and 4. I think Roberto's got him in 1 and 2, but he's going to clear himself and get a lap led.
Yep, mission accomplished for Steve right as he pulls up in front of Roberto Ramirez now. Put the point to the 3 car.
You know, this 67 and 88 are battling hard back there for 3rd spot. Now Roberto gets back to the outside. They're too wide for the first 4 positions.
Great racing going on right now as the mile and a half seem to produce it in these ARCA cars. Dating back to last season, we saw the best race of the season be at Atlanta Speedway. And here we are at Kansas, and these guys are putting on a whale of a show once again.
We expected out of in Atlanta, but for Kansas to be putting on something this good, that's kind of out of left field. You know, props to iRacing for the enhancements they've been doing, obviously.
Trying to create multi-groove racing, and you're seeing it firsthand right here.
These first four guys are all battling, but you look back to 5th place. The 73 car came into the picture. Also, so is the 29 of Brad Kress. These guys are throwing their name in the hat. These guys are all side by side.
Running out of room. They're battling each other, and they're still running down the leaders.
Still 2 by 2 by 2. This was starting to remind me of Atlanta, only these guys have a little bit more grip as they're racing at nighttime. It's Roberto Ramirez now out front in the 32 car.
And we're about to add some cars to this race. If they keep it side by side like this, you got
3 wide for 2nd.
Oh, they're gonna make it work. I don't know how they made it work.
And they're now 3 wide for the lead.
88 car going to the inside.
Will Reichert looked like he backed out there. What a move by Austin Bloom.
Half a lap, Kendall. That was incredible.
Austin Bloom's been the dominant car tonight, and he showed it there as he took the 88 car right through the middle and back to the lead.
Now Will Reichert's got to try and get by Roberto as quick as he can here. The longer these two stay side by side, that's just letting Austin pull away.
Give a tip of the cap, though, to Roberto Ramirez on much older tires than these guys, hanging extremely tough on that outside lane.
Yeah, he's made that outside lane work. I didn't think he'd be able to work this well, but man, Roberto's doing a heck of a job.
Roberto's making a very hard campaign this season for becoming the Ryan Newman of Highline. It's very, very hard to pass once you get to it.
67 gets clear of him. Now the 73 is going to try and get clear of him. Not quite going to be able to do it, though. Roberto's going to have a run.
And Will Reichert got really... He got off turn 4 really well there. You saw him close up on the 88, and he's got to run, and he's going to look to his outside there. Try and dime in the corner to get the run underneath the 88 here, as he's going to look under. Yep, side by side.
What a move by Will Reichert right there in the 67 car. And don't count the car out here either. He's just been quietly waiting patiently behind these guys through all of it.
Yeah, he's going to get under the 88 of Austin for 2nd place.
Will Reichert gets his first lap led of the night, so another bonus point for the points leader. And Justin Malarkey in the 73 car is going to take 2nd spot, it looks like, for the time being, but Austin Bloom's going to get a good run here from the high side.
Don't look now, guys. We have 15 laps to go.
And these guys all have to hit pit road, according to Steve. So the question becomes, do you just pop down there for a splash? Is anybody conserving gas back in the back of the pack that we're not even talking about right now? Or
I think conserving, there's got to be somebody who's trying it, right?
I think the move might be to take 2 tires. I mean, if you're
If
gonna,
if you can get onto pit road flawlessly, gas and go, absolutely. But also, we've been running out here for 15 laps for the guys who have the youngest tires. You might just want to take 2 to get off pit road without any issues.
and still be able to grip kind of with those right sides. As we
Just
see,
have that-
we got a battle for the lead once again. The
Malarkey's gonna make
73.
the outside work.
Oh man, that was tight.
What a move.
Maybe not. That was close. I thought there was contact right there. Those guys just about touched.
So we're going to go on board right now with Austin Bloom riding in third spot. He's watching this all unfold out the front windshield.
Yeah, I think while Austin and Will were up there battling, Justin was just sitting back, saving his stuff, loving what he was seeing. I think he's got a little bit better tires.
Man, Will drove it in deep that time.
Brad Crest is creeping up on Austin Bloom. He's underneath him now in the front stretch behind.
Yeah, Brad's made it up to third. He might have saved his tires even better than Austin did.
I don't know where I made it. It might have just been my messages with Kendall this morning, but I said that the 29 was my pick to win this race tonight. I thought that he was going to really be strong.
Yeah, we forgot to make picks this in the pre-race. We should have. As we see the 73 back to the outside once again. The 67. These guys hadn't been able to get away from each other, but they're putting on a great show.
If he's going to make this outside work, he's going to have to pinch that 67 and Will Riker down really hard on the outside of 3 and 4 and try and get the run.
Yeah, he's definitely got to work a little harder to contain Will's line through 3 and 4 to be able to maintain his position beside him. But if he can get there, I think he can make it happen.
Have you been picking up any radio chatter, Dylan, from these guys wanting to pit? So we see the 73 trying to cross him over now and go to the bottom.
He's going to try and use this lap car as a pick, it looks like, but
And it's going to work.
Dylan's going to stay up against the wall. He gets clear of him, though.
What a debut for Justin Malarkey. As we see, you mentioned it, Brad Crest is creeping into the picture as the 29 car is getting bigger in the background every lap.
Did he save enough tire?
And has anybody saved enough gas?
Yeah, that's the question. Does anybody have the fuel to make it?
Somebody else to give a shout to, running 5th right now, is Chance Duckworth. And 6th right now is Trevor Hook. We saw him get run over from behind that 84 car. In fact, he got by Chance Duckworth.
Matt Owens in 7th, too.
Yeah.
He didn't get wrecked off the bat this week, and he's showing us all the things that we used to talk about the last few weeks about how he's a solid driver. And, good for him.
These guys are racing hard right now. Chance Duckworth pinches him down low. That was an aggressive move by the 82, and it worked.
Chance is an old dirt track driver. You know he wants to run the top lane. He's making it work up there, too.
He's going to try to do the same thing right here to Trevor Hook in the 84 car.
Who was that in the 02? Or somebody's getting a big run on the outside.
Whoa, he was.
02.
Jordan Martin.
A huge
The camera
run.
didn't pan out. Great run. Gonna take it from the outside and try to use that run all the way through turns 1 and 2. Meanwhile, back out front, it's still Justin Malarkey leading the show. He's got a 0.3 of a second advantage over Will Reichert, and Brad Crest has sort of faded a little bit. He's now 0.8 of a second off the leader.
Yeah, Will is holding on a little bit better than I thought. I thought once Justin got out into the clean air, he was going to be able to run away, but Will Reichert's holding on a lot better than I thought. It looks like the 88 was trying to make a move in 3rd place.
I'm just curious to see what these guys' gas tanks look like right now.
I can tell you that the 73 is the fastest car on the track for the last few laps, so he's probably not doing as good as some of these guys.
Well, it's his very first race in here, so if he does pull this thing off, I don't know if we'll be able to interview him. Oh my goodness, and this changes everything. We're going to have a green-white checkered.
That is not what he wanted to see.
See if you guys can pick up the number of this one.
It looks like Matt and Chance both coming off of the turn 4 with the same idea. Matt goes low, Chance goes lower, and then hits the grass and correct into Matt, leading to a pile up for those two. Unfortunate. Both of those guys, we were just talking about having a great run. Chance especially been very consistent since coming back and joining into the Dev Series here.
Here's the replay here. You were just talking about it.
Oh no, that was
Oh, looked like you're exactly, I mean, you couldn't have said it better.
ran out of room down there. Roberto Ramirez almost got involved in that one.
It looked like maybe Chance didn't want to go that low, and then when Matt did, he already had the run and didn't really have much of a choice, and was just trying to hold on and clip the grass. And you know, that's just a racing deal that happens. It could have been worse if he had not followed Matt down there and just hooked him the first time. It could have certainly been a lot worse for everybody else.
Roberto
Hell,
Ramirez,
I hate that
believe,
for
got
those
through
two
that.
guys.
He just barely, if you watch that replay, he just barely slid through there sideways. I don't think he got any damage. But
I'll see if I can get Roberto's on board.
these guys are coming down pit road.
Yeah, everybody seems to be coming down.
I don't believe they have any tires left though, so it's just going to be a fuel only.
Oh, that must not have been Roberto, because he was actually entering the pits as all that happened. I wonder if anybody takes 2 tires here.
It's looking like Daniel Clark and Michael Maruga both stayed out.
I like the call. Those guys are riding around towards the back half of the field. They might have been saving enough gas. I mean, you're not going to win it by doing exactly what the leader does from, 16th, 17th spot. So you got to do something different. I like the call.
Like Larry McReynolds says, if you follow the leader, you're just going to follow the leader.
You ain't got no hope if you don't try nothing different.
There you go. We're only going to have, are we going to get a green-white checkered here? I think we are.
We are, and if not, we're going to be in a 2-lap shootout situation.
Well, as always, this race here is brought to you by Plan B Sales, proud sponsor of this development series. I want to thank Plan B Sales for being on board, as well as SP Designs, and we're going to take a quick break to hear from SP Designs.
This is 2014 ARC Menard Series champion Mason Mitchell, and you're watching the Highline Media Network.
Thank you, Mason Mitchell. We're back live here, Highline Media, and you've caught us just in time for a green-white checkered finish. And the story of this race has been newcomer Justin Malarkey, as well as Austin Bloom making his return to the series with a new number there, the 88. He, of course, traditionally drove the 3-car. But right now, we're getting really close to doubling them up for a green-white checkered here at Kansas. And we've got Michael Maruga and Daniel Clark has both stayed out on old tires. And the 4 fastest cars all day right behind them. So you're fixing to see a show.
Yeah, this is going to be a fun finish here. Real quick, just like you said, thanks to all our sponsors, Plan B Sales, SP Design sponsoring this race. Those guys make this possible for all of us. Plan B and Circle B, if you guys use the promo code HLRL at checkout, you get free shipping. So if y'all order any diecast from them, go ahead and use those promo codes. Helps us out, helps you out, you get free shipping.
Yeah, for sure. Those guys are the #1 Lionel diecast dealer in America. So they do great stuff.
Yeah, those guys are awesome. So we're getting ready. They're doubled up. You got front rows on old tires, and behind that you got the guys that have been fastest all day, and Brad Crest and Will Reichert behind them.
2 laps to settle it, and don't look now, Jordan Martin's starting on the outside back there. We saw him making some moves in that 02 car way up high, so if the bottom lane gets bogged down, keep your eye on him. Pace car's down, 2 laps to settle it. Daniel Clark presses the gas pedal, and let's see what happens.
Looks like the 23 does not get going and stacks them all up behind him.
Oh, and they're crashing!
Oh no!
Big crash!
Big hit.
Oh my goodness!
Not what Daniel Clark in the 59 wanted to see. As it looked like, was it the 88 that caught the 23 there?
Yeah, they dove to the middle and looked, just got up under the back bumper of the 23 there.
Of course, this series does run 2 green-white checkered, so we'll stack them up and race one last time here. And if they do that again, that'll be the end of the race, and Daniel Clark might steal them one.
Yeah, Daniel Clark was able to get a better restart, get out in front there.
I'd like to give Daniel an interview, but I do not want to break his concentration with just 2 laps to go.
Let him go. We'll talk to him at the end if it comes to that.
Yeah, let's see if we can get you a replay here. Looked like Trevor Hook might have got the worst of that one. Unfortunate, he's been involved in 2 crashes, both not his fault. But this one's going to start with the 23 staying out. We've seen it so many times on old tires, right as they're going through the gears. Keep your eye on the 23. The 88 just catches him. Brad Kress catches a piece of it, and that's where Trevor Hook plows into him and then gets plowed into.
Yeah, tough break for some of those guys.
It looks like he actually has disconnected. So the guy that's got the best situation right now might be that 73 car of Justin Malarkey, because he's going to get to restart on his fresh tires side by side Daniel Clark with the old tires. And Will Reichert is going to be stuck behind the 59 car. And that's a tough spot on the second green-white checker to, if you're Will Reichert, because you got to get around the 59 car, but if you make it 3 wide and you cause a wreck, you just ended the race.
Yeah, he's got to be very careful about how he gets around the 59 car. It'll be fun to see if he goes 3 wide or what he does here. Another car in a good spot's the 88. He's also going to be on the outside or the inside, depending on where the 59 starts.
Yeah, we saw Austin Bloom be extremely aggressive there, which you can't blame him. I mean, you got 2 laps, you've been the star of the field, and you're mired back in, traffic. I mean, you got to see all sides of it. I mean, I do. These guys in the back trying to steal a win, but then, the guys that are running up front getting frustrated in this situation. But that's just racing.
Yeah, man, you got to go for it. Sponsors don't pay to finish 10th.
That's right. Musco Lighting on the 59 car. Daniel Clark there. I'm sure they're appreciating the airtime. Looks like Will Reichert brought a new paint scheme in the Evergreen car, and hadn't seen Justin Malarkey's car. It's got Tesla, it's got Disney, it's got all kinds of companies on it. So, and we even see Darth Vader on the side.
I wonder if that 67 is going to block.
These guys are doubling up. This is going to be it here.
Wondering if the 67 is going to get a run to make it 3 wide going into the first corner.
Yeah, that's what we were saying. That's a big risk, because if he spins the 59 out, that's the end of the race,
But if he does it in a way that the 59 doesn't go around until the 67's in the lead.
I know. I mean, I think you got to do it. You got to try.
I think you got to try everything. And, I mean, if not, if you want to let the 73 and the 59 have it, you got to make sure you hit your marks perfectly. That way you have an opportunity to do something with the 2 of them in turns 3 and 4.
They're actually going to go around one more time.
These guys doubled up early. They're ready to roll. So some other cars to watch on this outside lane. You got obviously the 88 of Austin Bloom is lined up behind Justin Malarkey. Jordan Martin in the O2, we saw him flying around the outside earlier. He's going to be lined up at a good spot. Dylan Poche, I believe, is on the outside. So we got some fast cars lined up on this outside lane. If that inside struggles to go with the car leading them on old tires, it'll be those guys on the outside will have a good shot.
And now don't look at the O2's actually in sixth spot up there on the outside. He was eighth on the last restart. And unfortunately, Brad Kress got wiped out. I mean, we've seen him be fast and just have some horrible luck. It's like that Toby Wedgwood luck that he had last season where you just couldn't escape the wrecks that weren't your fault. Just the absolute worst spot.
Yeah, that black cloud that was over Toby's looked like it's moved to Brad Kress.
Brad might have to borrow his buddy down the road, Alan Kunman's Golden Horseshoe. Pace car's down. Last attempt at the green-white checkered. Daniel Clark trying to steal one for Clown Car Racing.
There you go.
Justin Malarkey.
Great start. Didn't waste any time. He thought that one through for that whole caution.
He is wanting him to wreck now. He knows he's on old tires. He's just praying for a caution.
See the 73.
He's gonna get a great run to the outside. 67 did not go that well. 73, I think, is going to have it. Oh,
that's a yellow!
Oh, no, who's in the lead? I think timing and scoring right now is showing the 59.
Daniel Clark may have just stolen his first career win in the development series and the first win for Clown Car Racing. I don't believe it.
Oh my goodness, the first development drivers only race. And yeah,
I believe it's going to be him. I think Daniel Clark was in front.
Clark.
On a caution.
Daniel Clark won this race.
Did y'all figure out where the caution was?
No, I haven't looked yet.
Yeah, we'll try and get a replay of that for you. Don't want to leave you hanging, but my goodness, the call to stay out was the right one.
Daniel Clark is going to win this race. How about that?
I mean, these guys went green for so long throughout this race, and then just that big string of yellows. It was a short race. I think he made 35, 36-ish laps. We'll have to ask him about the fuel when we get him up here.
The race car's even pushed in a little bit, too. He's got some damage.
That's one way to win it. He's come across for the checkered flag.
There it is. Daniel Clark wins this race. Wow. How about that?
So I did see that it looks like the 51 car got turned around. So.
Ooh, teammate.
Yeah, he got a run up on Austin Hill and then caught the apron and then just slow turned him around in front of some cars. Came back up the track, so I raced him through the yellow. Oh, and Jonathan Noss, big impact into him after the fact.
Are these guys lining up like they're going to race again?
That's what it looks like, but I believe the race is over.
I think the race is over. I think they're just playing it safe to come around one last time, because I know the rule book in Highline Racing is 2 green-white checkers, unless somebody accidentally clicked the wrong setting.
No, I believe we did have. I think that might have been the white flag right there for some reason. I think we might be coming to the checkered now. Unless we have a glitch. We have a lot of guys disconnecting.
No, I think these guys are just playing it safe as to not pull the Mark Martin from a time ago at Bristol.
No, the race, according to iRacing, is 72 laps distant. We are on lap 73, so this should be done.
Yeah, so it's over. I've seen this happen before, though. It's kind of confusing how this stuff
There
pops
it is,
up.
yeah.
But
Pace car pulled off, but 59 is going to come and burn it down for us.
my goodness, man. What a win for Clown Car Racing.
Gonna put that thing to the grass. Old tires, spin up nose. Put that thing in victory lane too. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Boys, that 59's running some colors real similar to the body shop. We might have to see if we can work out a deal for a race or two.
Well, let's bring him up here. You know he's going to be fired up. Daniel Clark, what's up, buddy? Congratulations on the win.
Thanks.
We see you burning it down right now in the Musco Lighting Chevrolet. Tell us about the call to stay out.
You know, I got into the 38 on a wreck. I don't remember. It was probably about 25 laps to go, and I was like, how about I just pit a couple laps later to make sure I'm good on fuel? And, you know, it ended up working out. I decided to stay out. I was a little nervous because I was like, these tires are a little old, but they're not too old. And, you know, it just sometimes things go your way.
Well, these races are not easy to win. That was a tremendous job. I mean, obviously the right strategy. Just talk to us about how big this is going to be. What a momentum booster throughout the season for Clown Car Racing.
Oh yeah, for sure. I definitely need to thank my team. They were definitely motivational support tonight. You know, they were definitely cheering me on there towards the end. It's unfortunate that the 51 spun out there to finish it off, and I was very nervous. I had some cars coming up quick on me when that caution came out, but you know, I'm happy for the team, and it was a great race.
Well, before we let you get out of here, who do you have to thank for the win? And I am so thrilled for you and your team.
Yeah, no, for sure. I need to thank my team, and need to thank my girlfriend for staying up with the kids every Tuesday night. That's obviously a big help when we race pretty late. So yeah, I mean, just thanks everyone. Definitely a good race, and it's been a really good season so far with everyone.
Well, Daniel, thanks for being a part of this league. We're happy to have you, and congratulations on this win. Take this momentum and be strong the rest of the season. We'll be talking to you in Victory Lane a few more times.
Yeah,
Thanks.
awesome job, man.
Go Clown
Awesome
Car.
job.
Thank you.
All right, so that's your winner tonight. Daniel Clark steals a victory for Clown Car Racing in the 59 car, and we do have Justin Malarkey in the 73 available for an interview as well now. Tyler, you want to take him? I'll pull him up here.
Yep. Justin Malarkey, you got a copy.
Hey, how are you?
What's up, man? I know you were wanting that race to go green to the end there. You were one of the fastest cars all night. Tell us a little bit about your race.
Yeah, go green for about 8 more feet, I was hoping. Yeah, the race was really fun. It was nice to get those long green flag runs and different tire strategies, and everyone was giving a lot of room to everyone. It was nice. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, man, it was good green flag runs there. That's got to be heart-wrenching to be one of the fastest cars, and just bad timing on a caution. You know, you battled really hard though with the 67 and the 88 there up front for a while. Were you saving your tires a little bit better than them, you think, or what was going down on those long runs?
Yeah, usually the first 5-6 laps, especially at this track, I feel super loose, and I'm trying to not spin the rear tires off of it. And then the car usually comes to me 10 laps into the run, and that's when it started feeling good. And yeah, with that 67 there, he was giving me the outside for a while, and then I saw the lap car coming, and I was able to get to the inside of the 67 and kind of use the lap car as a pick, and it worked out perfect to get the lead there. So that was nice.
Yeah, y'all did an awesome job. Great racing. Before we let you go here, who do you got to thank for the second place finish tonight?
Yeah, well, I wanted to thank the league for letting me join here. I'm excited to definitely be part of it and get all the sponsor logos on there for next week. I just found out about them.
Oh, no worries, buddy.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
send me Dylan a message here after this. I can get you squared away with all that.
Dylan Body.
Oh,
Yeah, we've got
thank
like
you.
6 Dylans. But yeah, we're happy to have you in here. Good news is this is race number 3. We do have a drop race, so you're really only missing one race when it's all said and done before the end of it. And you keep racking up second places like this, you'll be in the heart of the championship battle before this thing's all said and done.
Yeah, that sounds fun. I really liked it. I enjoyed it. It was nice to do long runs. I'm always trying to do long runs and not have cautions. It's nice to get out there and go. It was fun.
I'll give you a warning, Justin. Next week we're at Southern National Motorsports Park, so probably won't have quite as many green flag runs. But this series has been good. We ran last season. We ran caution free at Michigan, and we had a few other races with a lot of green flag runs as well. So I just wouldn't count on it next week.
Well, it'll be fun either way.
All right, Justin. Well, thanks for being a part of it, and we'll talk with you real soon. And we're going to bring up third place here next.
Thank you.
So this is Will Riker. Dylan, you want to get him?
Yep. Well, it's Dylan up in the booth. You got me, buddy?
Yes, sir. How are you?
I'm pretty good. How are you doing? I know it didn't quite shake out the way you were hoping there at the end, but nothing you can do about those late race cautions, I guess.
Yeah, hey, 3 races into the season, 3 top 3 finishes. We'll take that.
Yeah, you're certainly making it difficult for anybody to really have a shot at this points championship if you're going to keep running like this. But this is you've been on a tear, that's for certain. Consistency is certainly your thing.
Yeah, it's been a really great start to the season for us. Today, I didn't qualify very well. I think that the 73 was really fast on the long run. The 88 was really fast on the short run, and the 29 was probably a little bit faster than maybe a whole run through. 73 finished ahead of us, but past 88 and 29, I think everyone I just mentioned, they could be championship contenders too if they keep that up too.
Yeah, well, I mean, we still got a long way to go. The drop race will certainly help everybody else, but if you don't have one bad race, man, your drop race is almost going to be ashamed to have to take it off.
Yeah, we're doing okay so far. Let's keep it up.
Well, man, awesome run tonight, and like you said, you had that intense paint scheme out there. It was certainly bright and easy to notice. We look forward to seeing what you got for him next week, man. Are you going to attempt to run on Thursday with us?
I don't think I will this Thursday, but I will periodically make attempts in the Thursday League this season.
Alrighty. Well, thanks for coming out and at least making it a fun show for us. You and the 73, the 88, the 29 there, we're all putting on a hell of a show in the middle of the race there, and awesome stuff to watch. Super good 2x2x2 for 10, 15, 20 laps there. That stuff was awesome, guys. Thank you.
Yeah, we really put on a show today. Thanks to everybody on track with me for racing well. Thanks to GRT. Thanks to the fans at home. Thanks to you guys for announcing as well.
Yeah, Will, you keep this up. You're going to be racing on Thursday every week real soon, buddy.
I appreciate it.
All right, that's Will Reichert. He's your points leader. Stacks up another top 3 here tonight for Granger Racing Team. Well, as a quick race here tonight, we're going to pop back here into the studio for a second, trying to use this new feature we finally figured out here, and we'll get Dylan looped in here for the next time around. But a great show here at Kansas Speedway. Certainly can't complain with the racing we saw. I know you just mentioned it, Dylan. There was a period of time there towards the end before that late yellow where we saw, 2x2x2 and guys really giving it their all. There was maybe some fuel strategy involved as well. It was everything you could ask for a race here at Kansas.
Yeah, certainly, more than I would definitely ever expect from Kansas. It was pretty incredible. I only got to be here for about half of it, unfortunately, but what I saw from that was awesome, and I'm definitely excited for Thursday now.
Yeah, but when it's all said and done, how about Daniel Clark staying out and getting the win? All about track position there when you get a bunch of yellows.
What was that Tyler said earlier in the broadcast? If you just follow the leader, you'll just follow the leader.
Yep.
God, Daniel Clark made his own path, and he is the winner. What a race.
Yeah, so tremendous race. Let's get you the final field rundown here. It was Daniel Clark winning the race. Second spot in his debut was Justin Malarkey. Third went to Will Reichert. Our points leader, I'm sure, is going to retain the points lead after this one. And fourth spot went to our pole sitter tonight, Austin Bloom. Fifth spot was Dalton Beer. Another great run. The 38 car's been real strong all season as well. Sixth spot was the 02 of Jordan Martin. Seventh was Cody Robinson. Eighth, Dylan Poteet. Ninth was Steve Rada. And 10th, Ty Smith battled all the way back up there.
11th spot, you got John Peterson. 12th spot, Roberto Ramirez fought back up to 12th. J.J. Hill brought it home 13th spot. Matt Owens, 14th. Decent recovery there after a wreck. 15th place, Michael Maruga. 16th was Trevor Hook. Chance Duckworth was able to bring it home 17th spot. Finishing 18th was Dylan Wedgwood after being upside down. 19th, Jacob Benke, the teammate to our winner. 20th spot was Scott McCarris, 2 laps down. 21st was Jacob Holm, also 2 laps down. Jonathan Noss brought it home 22nd, 3 laps down, and then finishing last was Brad Crest, 6 laps down.
Man, Brad Crest finished last. I didn't realize that. Such a tough break. He was fast.
Yeah, Brad has got to get that black cloud from over his head. Brad's been really fast, just tough luck all year. But he's got a drop race, like you said. So.
Well, that's going to do it for us here at Highline Media. Kansas Speedway's in the book. Your winner Daniel Clark. My goodness, what a race. There's going to be more action next Tuesday at Southern National Motorsports Park with this series. And don't forget to tune in on Thursday to Max Speed TV to watch our Premier Series guys do battle at this same track, the Kansas Speedway. Good night, everybody. For Tyler Snyder and Dylan Body, I'm Kendall Kerr. We've enjoyed having you along for the ride here tonight, and we'll talk with you soon.